The great chef. I'm just an idiot. I'm an idiot. Been producing music for the past 15 years. Since I was 16 years old. Started out on Cool Edit Pro 2.0 on Windows 95. You know, this was when the internet was born, pretty much. Nowadays, I'm just using SP-404 and SP-202, which is an older version of the SPs, the SP family. And some of these synths you see behind me, and a 8-track. There's a tie for my favorite projects. My favorite project one of them I've ever done is actually called Cupid, and that was released a long time ago under the alias Osiris1. I believe it was released back in 2013. And then my other favorite would be the one of the ones I recently released. It's called I Think of You Even When I Feel My Brain Is Off. And that was a 16-minute tape of small songs. I really enjoyed making, there's no names to the tracks because it's just like one piece, it all flows together. But there's this one part where it's just guitar, several layers of guitar, and I think we changed the chords. I worked with Jordan Maurer on it, and we changed the chords so it's the same chord progression as Nelly's Ride With Me song, but we changed the chords so it sounds more like a Zelda lullaby, and I basically used the same chorus but replaced the words from Nelly's song. So it's basically like a cover of that song, but in my own interpretation of it, which is it has a deeper meaning.
If you wanna go and take a ride with me, dosed up with a cup of some OE, oh why do I live this way? If you wanna go and get high with me, smoking L in the whip, popping oldies, oh why must I feel this way?
Be the OG SP-404. To me, the OG just sounds better. It sounds grimier, and I like the compression and just the way it sounds. It just sounds dirtier. It sounds heavier to me than the beats I produce on the SX. The SX is easier because it has a function button and it's just quicker to delete files and move files around. It just saves a lot of time. But the OG, I stick by that just because it just feels, the workflow is just nicer and based on the way that the outcome of the audio sounds sonically. This is a hard question because I don't really use a BPM. It's all internal, so I'll just swing it with what I got. I want to say the BPM it usually ends up being around is between 85 and 92. So I would have to just say, I'm gonna keep it like old school and say 90 BPM. So you get it nice and fat. Kick or the snare. It's more like a click. Filter that a little more. Resample it. Pitch. It just depends how lazy I'm feeling that day. If I really want to get a kick that, I don't know, a juicy kick, and I don't want to put a lot of effort into filtering it and EQing it, then I'll go for something that's almost precisely what I want. But on any other day, I'm just grabbing a kick. It might be, I have apps on my phone that have like beat drums on it, and I'll just snag a kick off there. I'll snag a kick off a keyboard, and then I'll manipulate it until it's the way I sound. I'll just keep resampling, and EQing and filtering it till it's nice and how I want it. But if I want to skip all that, you know, I'll dig it up off of the file or YouTube, wherever. But that's not always the best. That's not always the easiest way either, because you're still digging for that sound. Sometimes it's easier just to make it real quick, the way you want it. The best drums, I would have to say, without a doubt, Jay Dilla, because there's shit that I'm continuously learning from his drums, from his drum work, and the way, I don't think, you know, people make beats that kind of emulate Dilla's drum style. It has a lot of swing, it has, you know, just the rhythms are very hypnotic, and that's what he's known for. And I think it's very hard to really do it right, because it's so one of a kind, and I don't know, that's like, that dude's soul like is in his drums, for real. My honorable mention though would be, I really have always been fascinated with Fat John's drums, because unlike Dilla's drums, Fat John has a lot of groove, and it's mainly just like riding. It's like a steady pace, whereas Dilla's is a little more choppier and like a gallop. Just really muddies it up. There's kind of a double kick in there. This also works pitch really well. It's like because the the 404's pitch really sucks. But you could use it right to your advantage and just have it suck. Let it suck. Let it be what it is, you know. I'll just make a loop. Those are my drums I got. I'll just make a simple loop with that. And I'll just start layering drum parts on top of that. So I got this other sound here. And that could be manipulated as well. And then you just start adding stuff to the beat, resampling. From there, you know, your sample kind of makes the beat however you want it to feel. You know? Sometimes it just takes the simplest beat, and then the sample work and all the rest of the magic comes after it. But sometimes you just need a simple beat that people understand, because people understand the rhythm. I think that's what makes a song good. You know, if you make it too hard to understand, which is sometimes good. I mean, you look at like Aphex Twin. Someone who has some crazy drums, like drum and bass style music. It's really crazy.
Hold up, I'm tore up from the floor up. This feeling has me hold up. When she called me, I just show up. I'm like a damn fool for you. Confused, misused, amused. No clue where this is headed. Forget it, regret it. Still tethered, I know I need to say goodbye. I'm bewildered, she kills it. Pop another pill till I can't feel this. Crushing like a smoothie. This movie is a doozy.